Mabuhay, I'm Apple Ali. You can call me Ali because I'm your ally. I'm an ally for mental health. So my background in mental health started way back in elementary school when I was young. I didn't know what is guidance. All I just know was when you're called to go to the guidance office, you'll be disciplined. Okay? So I'm not so sure with what's the situation in India, but primarily why I am here, because looking back in my journey, I found myself bringing myself to the guidance office to the point that the guidance counselor would vomit seeing me because I'm always there. But I think the journey in mental health really needs to start very young. How many of you have experienced consulting your own psychologist, psychiatrist? Please raise your hand if you've consulted one. Okay. So, congratulations, because you took that journey. Not all are brave enough to discuss their vulnerabilities. Not all are brave enough or courageous enough to really explore this. COVID-19, it happened. 2020, I was stuck also in the Philippines. From traveling different parts of the country, then suddenly I found myself at home. Quarreling with parents, quarreling with everyone, right? But then I realized through one powerful question, what do you really care about? What do I really care about? Growing up, it was about my journey, about my own mental health, when mental wasn't even a thing, right? It was all about discipline, being disciplined. So my point here is this. We don't need just the psychologist, the psychiatrist. What we need is peer counselors. What we need is psychological first aiders. A lot of young people, they won't open up. And the last thing that you want is for your friend to die, right? The last thing that you want is somebody confided in you, and because you don't know how to give that mental support, that emotional support, you just found them maybe in the newspaper. I'm fortunate that way back in college, where I studied in Ateneo de Naga University, run by the Jesuits. Again, elementary, high school, and then even college, I found myself always at the guidance office, volunteering, trying to understand what I am going through. As a child who came from a broken family, during the 90s in the Philippines, which is totally taboo. Imagine that turmoil. I cannot explain what I'm experiencing. I cannot explain what I'm feeling. I'm just raging. And that rage, that vulnerability was something that I turn around. So what I'm saying is this. You feel this rage in your heart? Let it flow. Be open in exploring it. And as you explore your own vulnerability, as you explore all this that's running in your head, write about it. Write about it. So let's just say, 15 years of my life, I've been very close with the guidance office, with my licensed psychologist. If double degree major was already offered in my university, I could have graduated AB Communication and AB or BS Psychology, because all of my free time was spent in the guidance office, doing routine interviews, learning how to facilitate, and providing psychological first aid. So even if I see many students are here also, even if you're just required to be here, even if you're just required to be here, I hope you'll find your own journey to be a peer counselor. If nobody's training you to be a peer counselor, maybe the counselors who are in this room, the registered psychiatrists, psychologists who are in this room, the mental health care providers, you can have that CSR. You can give this training to the young people. because we need it, because a lot of young people need it. It's easy for us to talk about depression. It's easy for us to talk about stress. We've been talking about all these problems. But what solution are we providing? Why I am here? Because in 2020, for the first time in my life, I kept searching for a psychiatrist. Out of curiosity, I asked myself, what's the difference of a psychiatrist from a psychologist? Because I'm aware of the psychologist. So I looked one in my city, but trying to hide because people might see me entering the psychiatrist's office. Yes, there's still taboo. Yes, there's still stigma, but it takes a lot of courage. Now, during that consultation with the psychiatrist, I told myself, oh, it's expensive to be crazy. Why it's expensive to be crazy? Because a 15-minute consultation, I was charged for 1,000 peso, or roughly almost 2,000 INR. So if I keep talking for an hour, I'll be charged how much? And not all people are privileged enough to have that resources. That's why I am here to advocate for peer counselors. In this room, I hope your company can extend peer counseling services, peer counseling trainings. Again, it's much needed in this world. PC. Let's have more peer counselors. Let's have more young people being trained to handle psychological first aid, to provide psychological first aid, be it in their offices, be it in your community, but most importantly in schools. How many of you are students? Students at heart? We're all students at heart, right? Okay. So, as I was listening to all the professionals speaking here in front, I asked myself, what's our baggage? What's your baggage? Dr. Jenna, you've been saying, and I was taking note of it. Let's talk. Let's talk. What's your baggage? What's in your heart? What's weighing you down? Because your emotion is your energy in action. And this energy in action always disturbs this one, right? So I want you to close your eyes now. Close your eyes. Put one of your palm in your heart, in your chest. Feel it. How was the beat? Are you nervous? Is it erratic? What's weighing you down? What's weighing you down? Awareness would lead to solution. Once you're able to identify what's in this heart, you'll be able to find solution. And the solution is in our hands. So once again, peer counseling. And as you do, if you venture into peer counseling, be it in workplace, schools, in the community, I hope you'll also learn to prioritize personal care. Peer counseling. We have the tendency to keep helping others to the point that we feel depleted, correct? Especially for mental health advocates. We have the tendency to be like, what's happening with me? So, personal care. And as you do this personal care, always have this healthy self-talk. And as we do this healthy self-talk, Valentine's just passed, right? Have you sincerely told yourself, I love myself? Or did you wait for someone to tell you, I love you? I can see it in your faces. So, as we do this personal care as part of peer counseling, mental health, and or overall wellness, I want you to please stand. Please stand. Please stand. And let's give ourselves the love that we need. The nurturing love that we need. The healing love that we all need. You can close your eyes if you want to really feel it. Put your palms in your chest. Feel your heartbeat. Slowly, gently, lovingly, feel it. Silently, tell yourself, I love you. I love you. Tell your heart, tell your beating heart, all is well. All is well. All is well. Now, I want you to spread your arms sideward. Spread your arms sideward. Breathe in. Breathe love. Breathe in. Feel the energy. Feel the love. And as you feel it, I want you to give it to yourself as you hug yourself tightly, warmly, gently, and lovingly. Tell yourself, I love you. You can say it loudly. You can say it with your name. I love you, Ali. Do it. Do it. Now, open your arms sideways as if these are your wings. Right? We want you to fly. We want you to fly. Please, fly. Fly. Fly as if the room is filled with love. Feel it. Move if you want to. Fly, fly, fly. And then hug yourself. Hug yourself. Fly. First, love yourself. First, love yourself. When you love yourself, part of your personal care, you'll always be an efficient, empathetic, peer care. So, maraming salamat. That's how we say thank you very much in the Philippines.